Can can we get this show on the road?
Absolutely, Jackson. Let's get this started.
Jackson, you want to go on tour?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my god. Dude.
Welcome back to another episode of Roomies Talking Movies, the next best stop for all things movie news and reviews. I'm your host, Danan Pacheco, and joining with me today, as always, are my co-hosts, Camden Powell and Jackson Salvestri. I guess we're just not... Okay, no one's just going to talk in the beginning today. Kind of threw me for a loop there.
Hi.
Today we're going to be... We're just starting early, huh?
Welcome to the show.
All right, so we're just going at the gate, huh?
Oh yeah.
We're just going to throw everything out the window right off the bat. You're not even going to build to pissing me off. You're starting it off. Okay, cool. That's great. Today we're going to be re-reviewing Batman vs. Superman with some new eyes after just watching Zack Snyder's Justice League and in preparation for Kong vs. Godzilla to see what really makes a good versus movie. Is this a good versus movie? All that and more will be answered in just a little bit. Also... where's your head been in the sand for? We have ourselves a YouTube channel now. Go watch our first 2 episodes now, with the 3rd episode coming up probably the same time, if not before this episode gets released. We got Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We got Snyder Cut. We got all the things you want. And just look up Roomies Talking Movies, and we're the only thing that pops up. All right, now back.
That is not true.
Not true at all, actually.
We do show up first, so that's good. But then it's like a weird animated Roblox thing that shows up.
I saw that.
Give that just as many views as you give us, and that's all that matters.
Well, it has 1.3 million views, so...
Oh my god.
Actually, I looked up Roomies Talking Movies, and it's the first thing that pops up, actually.
Well, did you look up Roomies Talkin' apostrophe and then movies?
I did not.
See,
Let
there's
me
the
try
issue.
Roomies Talking Movies and see what shows up.
Probably the Roblox thing, huh?
No, ours still shows up first for me, at least.
Well, that's probably because
And
got
then Valkyrie
constant
reacts
listeners.
to Janet forced by roommates to get pregnant.
Okay, we might not be the first thing that comes up for some of you, but you know our
And then
logo
Team
at this
Thor.
point. You know our logos
Team
at this
Thor
point.
pops up.
So don't click anything that doesn't look like us on the...
Grandma's boy. My roommate's parents are
All right,
sleeping.
stop
Their parents is
looking
in
at them,
parentheses.
Camden.
Who sang Bohemian Rhapsody the best? Working with Jigsaw.
All right, Camden, actually, I want to get done with this.
Okay.
But let's waste no time and get right into the news. The first thing we have is a new National Treasure series. You know Nick Cage, the great actor from National Treasure and other things? He's not in this one because this series is greenlit for Disney Plus, and this reimagining features a Latina lead and her friends on a treasure hunt of their own.
Danan, here's my prediction, all right?
Yeah.
They're going to go on the treasure hunt, and they're going to find out that the real treasure was the friends they made along the way.
I'm so mad at you because I could see that coming from a mile away, and I didn't stop it.
Well, you had no choice.
I had no choice.
Never do.
Ghost of... Give me a second. I stuttered. All right. Ghost of Tsushima... Oh, God. Let me
Just
try
say it
that
fluidly.
again. Ghost of Tsushima. Mm-hmm. Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Ghost of Tsushima movie coming with John Wick director Chad Stahelski slated for this big screen treatment.
Now, this was a game that won all the awards. I don't think it won any awards.
I
I
think
think
didn't it?
it
won
was-
like one.
It won something.
It won like
yeah, it won
best
something.
ghost game, I think.
Yeah, best of Tsushima games.
Best sushi.
Definitely.
But we're going to get some samurai action with John Wick director. He helped with the fight scenes in Deadpool
Oh,
2.
the guy from
and
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah,
it.
the guy from Fortnite.
The guy from Fortnite.
So, yeah, expect some more victory royales in this movie.
Oh yeah, epic. Evan Peters will portray serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer in Ryan Murphy's limited series for Netflix. I like
Oh, that's a victory royale right there, baby.
the people he killed.
No. Yeah, that's what he did after everything.
Yeah, no, that's how he got the victory royale.
Do you think he did the take the L dance?
He killed
He
all
de-
the other...
Jeffrey Dahmer
All the other players.
strikes me as a default dance kind of guy myself.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
See, I disagree with you just because I don't like you. But Jackson, if you said that, I would agree with you.
That's a victory royale in my book.
You know, Jackson, that was good. I can't even get
Shut
mad.
up.
How was that good?
I'm so
What?
sad that I had to say that.
That wasn't creative. I'm tired of the favoritism that happens on this podcast.
Wait, you literally just showed favoritism, though.
No, I didn't. Danan does.
Keanu Reeves' Berserker comic is getting a live-action film and anime spin-off series developed by Netflix.
The guy from Fortnite.
All right,
Wait, is that the same guy we just
The
talked
guy from
about?
Fortnite, yeah.
Wow. Fortnite really does
It
run
really
the world.
does.
Danan's
Dan's
crying right now.
I don't know why. He really likes Fortnite, so I don't know why he's crying about it.
I think they're tears of joy.
Because he just loves Fortnite so much. That makes
Exactly.
sense.
And he loves us talking
it's my
about
two
Fortnite.
favorite things combined.
Director Edgar Wright and Dolby Cinema are teaming up for a very special event. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is returning to theaters on April 30th with new effects and a completely new experience.
What if we're getting like a Zack Snyder's Justice League situation here? It's just a completely different thing.
That's
God, I hope
exactly
it's
what I
4
was
hours.
thinking. I hope it's 4 hours long. I hope they introduce time travel and also the anti-life.
You know what I hope
equation.
it is? I hope it's like in the Bugs World, you know, in California Adventure, with that one theater they have where the bugs like tickle your feet.
Oh,
That's
Shrek
like the new
4D.
effects they're talking about. Shrek 4D.
Shrek
That's the
4D,
Yeah,
obviously.
the ride at
the eighth wonder,
the eighth wonder of the world at Universal Studios.
Yeah.
That ride's never going away.
Black Widow is moving its release date to July 9th, 2021 for theaters and premiere access on Disney+. But this also means it mucks up all the other releases for Disney this year. They are as follows, and there's a lot of them. Cruella, May 28th, 2021. Luca, June 18th, 2021. Free Guy, he's so free, August 13th, 2021. King's Man, December 22nd, 2021. Deepwater, January 14th, 2022. Death on the Nile, February 11th, 2022.
But not only that, Luca is just going to skip theaters and hit straight to Disney Plus at no additional cost. Because I don't know why they
bad.
No, buddy.
No, because think they did that with Raya in the last. Oh, Mulan was also bad. Are you guys
Yeah, you
making
know what I
bad
mean?
Movies right now.
Well, no, think about it.
Yeah.
Soul didn't have a premiere access, and that movie was fantastic.
Okay, all right. You know what? Good point.
Everything that they put behind a paywall is way worse.
Yeah, no, you're right. Raya and the Last Dragon was paid. I just forgot that I paid for it.
Yeah, I'd forget if I paid for that too. That movie was not good.
It was. I don't remember that movie at all.
I forgot the
See,
dragon's
here's
name.
their strategy. They're like, okay, will this movie do well? No. Let's put it
Zuzu?
behind a paywall. That way we make money up front instead of off its popularity.
That's-
And then the movies that do well, they're like, hey, we'll make it available through for free through our streaming service.
You were so
and that
smart.
way, like,
Jackson, are
Jackson, you gotta work for
Bob
everyone.
Chapek?
yes,
Oh my gosh.
obviously.
Are you Bob Paycheck?
No.
Yes,
He doesn't.
obviously.
Obviously. Those. He lays them off.
Heyo.
Hey yo. Topical.
A Hawkeye series spin-off called Echo, reportedly in the works at Disney+. The character will be played by Alekwa Cox and will appear in the Hawkeye series first. Did I say that right? Alekwa?
Yeah.
Probably.
Awesome.
Fantastic,
So
Jackson.
is this Echo from Overwatch?
No, it's not.
Is this Echo from League of Legends?
It's not from either or. This
Really?
Is this the sound that makes that happens when you like scream at a mountain?
How often do you scream at
Yeah,
mountains, Jackson? If I had to just ask you that small query.
It's actually I'm ranked competitively
Really?
in mountain screaming,
Oh,
so it happens pretty often.
What tier are you in?
I'm in the Junior Olympics, bud,
For mountain yelling?
For mountain yelling?
for mountain yelling.
That's
yeah.
for juniors, you idiot. Go to the real ones.
You're right. I'm a sophomore. I can't be a.
You know.
Don't tell them though. They think I'm a junior.
You know, Michael Phelps actually quit swimming, but now he's gonna become an Olympic mountain
yeller? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an
How
up
do
and
they
coming
know that?
Yeah,
sport.
I mean it's up and coming. Like I'm actually the trendsetter for the sport.
Breakdancing is now an Olympic sport, so there's nothing that's stopping anything at this
Wait,
point.
is it really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna apply.
Camden, you
I'm
can't
so
dance
good
for
at
shit.
breakdancing. I'm so good at breakdancing. You haven't seen me. I've been practicing since March.
You think like 5 months of practice
Well, it's actually a year now, idiot. But
you think a year's worth of practice is enough to get into the Olympics?
Because here's the thing. I've been mentally preparing for 18 years.
Oh.
And then for the last year, I physically prepared.
Mm.
You know, they always say like that things are like 10% physical, 90% mental.
Yeah.
It's like when you think about it.
Those people have clearly never carried 500 pounds up a flight of stairs before.
And you have?
No, I haven't.
Well, then stop acting like it's hard if you haven't even tried it. Probably really easy.
It's 90% mental anyways.
God, just think that you can do it and you'll probably be fine. An exclusive video of Oscar Isaac's training for Moon Knight has released, showing some awesome choreography. I like Oscar Isaac. He's cool. But he has 2 first names, and that's kind of throwing me off a little bit. So I'm just going to not see Moon Knight. What do you think?
I hate you.
Okay.
I'm going to see it because the moon's pretty cool. And I think it's a play on words because usually the moon brings out the night, right?
So it's like he's moon, a knight like medieval.
I think I hate both of you equally.
Rightfully so.
I thought that the choreography was really interesting and cool. The way that it seems very violent, more so than the classic jump kick and a hard punch Marvel fights we normally see. This one's more broken bones type stuff.
I hope that he breaks some bones.
Hope he breaks his ankle.
Noise bones make when they break.
All right.
All right. Impression.
You have never broken a bone before, have you?
I actually haven't.
Really?
Really, I've never broken anything, fractured anything.
Oh, so you're lame.
I was only recently stung by a bee in 2019, so that was
Did you freak out and call your family like I'm dying?
I was teaching a swim lesson and I just like ran my hand past a bee and I just had to teach like for 10 more minutes with just a bee stinger in my hand because no one could come out and take me from the lesson. So
were you waving at the lifeguard towers going, please?
I did. I went, I got stung by a bee. Can someone come get me? And they're like, yeah, I'll send someone. And it took them so long to come outside. Like the lesson was pretty much already over.
Hey, I can't swim. I got stung by a bee. Can someone else do this?
Well, I mean, like it was my first time, so I didn't know if I was allergic or not. So I was like, well, better safe than sorry. Like I don't want to be in a pool if I'm allergic to bees. I feel like that's the worst place to be.
You're teaching people how to tread water, and you just pass out face down.
Danan, that's always the first question you ask someone when they get stung by a bee.
Can you tread water?
Have you ever been stung before?
Oh.
Yep. Have you ever been stung before? And if they say no, you send them straight to God.
You kill them on the spot?
It's too much of a risk, Jackson. We don't want that liability.
We don't know if they're allergic.
You have to put them out of their misery. A bee sting is fatal.
I just want to say to any of our listeners, if a bee sting is fatal to you, stop listening. I don't want that weak gene listening to our podcast. Okay?
I don't know, man. You tried to get out of a pool because you got stung by a bee. You're like, get me away from these 8-year-olds.
I wanted to know if I was weak. I would have killed myself if I was.
All right.
I think it's only fair.
Andrew Garfield's stunt double, photographed alongside Tom Holland's stunt double, has been seen on Spider-Man No Way Home set. You know what that means? It's just a really big coincidence. Nothing else fun.
They're literally just teasing us.
Stop.
It's never gonna.
You know what I think? I think we might get an Andrew Garfield. I feel like the Tobey Maguire is more unlikely.
Probably, but I hope it. I feel like they can't do one without the other. You know,
I feel like they could easily.
I feel like you're stupid and don't know what you're even talking about.
Question number 1: can you tread water?
Maybe. On a good day.
But on top of that, Spider-Man No Way Home has officially done wrapping. It's done.
What'd they wrap?
They have a big old present that you can't open till Christmas. It's called their movie.
Oh.
See, this is what confuses me. What
confuses you?
If they're done shooting the movie, right? Mm-hmm. They probably all went home.
Yes.
Then how is there no way home? Like, tell me that.
How did they find their way home? Please explain.
If there's no way home.
No, Jackson, it's going to take them until December to find their way home.
Why would I even go into this movie knowing that there is, in fact, a way home?
There's always a way home. Don't you just click your heels or something?
No, I'm pretty sure that's something from the DC universe.
You're right.
Not Marvel.
Dorothy
Marvel
is only
doesn't do
canon
that.
in the DC universe.
CW's Batwoman has recast Kate Kane's character with Wallace Day.
Who's Kate Kane?
Kate Kane is Batwoman, the white one that was originally played by Ruby Rose. Remember? And then she stepped down for personal reasons. She was just like, this is kind of stressful. Don't want to deal with this. And they're like, let's just bring her back as someone else.
What did they bring her back as?
How are they explaining that?
From what I saw, this is what they pitched to. Okay, our head character quit. We have a new Batwoman, completely different. Also, the Batwoman you knew from the first season, she was in a fatal plane crash. She's still alive, but she's severely burned and heavily bandaged.
No, that's not what it is it?
1,000%.
No way.
They did that.
Come on.
Yeah.
Why can't they just say that they just recast her? I feel like that'd just be a much better.
It's better to just
Why
not
don't they just act like
acknowledge
nothing
it.
happened?
Why don't they be actors and go, "Oh, hey, Kate."
Just put a message at the beginning of the episode that says, due to scheduling conflicts, our Batwoman has been recast. Please enjoy the show.
Due to this actress being a little bitch,
Exactly.
we had to recast.
Heck
Yeah.
you, Kate Kane.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
Jackson's just a little salty because CW didn't go with his pick for Batwoman.
Was it him?
It was him.
Jackson, you'd make a great Bat dude, probably.
Yeah. A
but
Bat
not
guy,
someone who's
even?
Great. Bat broski,
A bat
maybe?
lad, if you will.
Oscar-winning actress Helen Mirren has been cast as the villain Hesperia, the daughter of Atlas in the upcoming Shazam, Fury of the Gods.
I really liked your confusion the whole way through. Stopping.
There were so many words there that I don't know.
Hesperia sounds like a Wonder Woman character.
Probably.
It kinda
Like
does.
an Amazonian.
Yeah. Well, the Greek god, remember Zeus and all that was in
I don't
Zack
know.
Nope,
Snyder's.
I don't remember.
Who's Zeus again?
He was just in the movie we watched last week.
Oh, he was the guy with the green ring, right?
Yes.
That got his head chopped off?
Yeah. Guys, did you know that Atlas holds up the world?
If he's holding up the world right now, then how did he have time to have a daughter?
Oh, it was kind of I'm not gonna say my joke anymore. I'll tell you guys it
You
later.
should still say it.
No, you should
Okay.
say
You
right.
should
I'll just do
say
what I
it.
normally
You
do and
just
censor it
bleep all
out.
of it
Yeah,
out.
I'll bleep it out like always.
It was like a went underneath and just,
That's what I was thinking.
right? It has to be.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah, it had to be just like a kind of situation.
Pretty much, yeah. Or maybe they just put a machine on it and then they just, thousands of women were impregnated.
They froze it probably. They had to froze it.
Yeah, I mean, if the daughter is
It curdle.
relatively
You know what I
young,
mean?
It would curdle. Yeah, it would curdle.
Yum.
Curdle, if you will.
Anyways, are you excited for the Shazam 2 movie?
I am. I like
Yes.
the first Shazam.
I
movie.
like the
thought it was
first
I
good.
like Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
He's not going to
With
be in the
Dwayne
second
Rock
one.
Johnson. Dwayne the Rock Johnson's in it, baby.
Wait, is he... Wait, okay, then...
What the hell was that?
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Wait, so is he getting his own movie
Yes.
That's so stupid.
That's
Why
what
would
we've
they
been.
do
We've
that?
almost had a news bit for Black Adam every single episode.
Yeah, but I always just thought that he was going to be like the villain in Shazam.
No, maybe in the third
Not
one.
have his own movie.
He's having his own movie.
Ah.
How have you not picked that up over anything we've discussed?
I
so far?
also thought he was in the second Shazam
No
movie.
way.
Yeah, I
Like,
did.
It's just
Actually?
Danon
It's
thinks
just
we're dumb,
confusing.
but in reality, Danon's just terrible at giving us information.
You're right.
At communicating, if you
Oh
will.
my God.
It's his major.
It's his major,
He's
which is
he's a
funny because he's
communications
bad at
major.
it.
I'm not gonna say. No, you know what? I'll go there. Camden's major is computer sciences, and he couldn't build me a goddamn PC that works.
Hey, that would be like IT or like computer engineering. Computer science is a science, okay?
So is
kill
that your
yourself.
excuse as to why my PC currently isn't working?
We'll talk about this later, but basically
My
all you need to
major
know
is
that Danon broke it.
biochemistry.
Thanks, Jackson.
My major is biochemistry, and
That's awesome.
I tried opening a vial of a solid in my lab this week and accidentally crushed the vial and started bleeding.
How did you do that?
I don't know.
Jackson's a super soldier.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Apparently the
start throwing
vial
things
was
into
really
walls
weak,
now.
or maybe I'm
No,
just...
Jackson, you're very strong.
Apparently.
It's okay, Jackson. You're really strong, buddy.
Yeah, I got blood all over the solid waste
You got blood
disposal.
all over the solid waste disposal
I'm
bin?
sorry, Helena, for you having to clean that up.
That's a bio.
I offered,
brother.
to be fair.
Speaking about promising young women,
All right, that's enough.
Emerald Fennell, the director of Promising Young Women, will pen DC's upcoming Zatanna movie.
I can't wait for this movie.
I hope
a lot
it's.
of
I hope
DC
it's.
news.
Zatanna's my
I don't
favorite
like it.
DC character.
Really?
I won't explain why.
Can you explain why?
You just said he
Nope.
won't,
All
idiot.
right.
Do you listen?
No.
It's because she does magic, Dana.
But you're a man of science.
But magic is cool. Like, she pulls a rabbit out of a hat. That's her, special
that's
ability.
the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Her weapon of choice is a bunny.
She pulls a what out of what?
Pierce Brosnan cast as Dr. Fate in the upcoming Black Adam movie. Hey, we were just talking about this movie.
So, Dr. Fate's gonna be in the Shazam 2 movie?
No.
That's pretty cool,
That's,
actually.
oh my god. I've written it like this every single time for Black Adam movie.
Jackson,
question,
Can you
yeah.
believe that Dr. Fate's gonna be there?
Who's Dr. Fate? Is he like
Dr.
DC's
Fate is
Doctor Doom?
DC's Doctor Strange, actually.
Doctor Doom.
No.
Dr. Doom from Fortnite. It all comes full circle.
Soon enough, everything's going to become a Fortnite reference, Danan.
It's only a
Only
matter,
a matter
of time.
I think so.
This was big news, but you immediately made me just hate being alive. Both of you equally.
Wait, is
Oh, okay.
this is big news?
Because not only has Dr. Fate never been in a live-action DC movie before, it's played by one of the James Bonds.
I have a question.
Yes.
Haven't a lot of DC characters also not been in the DC movies
Unless
before?
they're Batman, Superman, or Wonder Woman in 3 films in total? No.
Yeah, so why is that such a big deal that he's never been in one before? Ooh. They're making more
Like,
movies.
yeah, I could say the same
Crazy.
thing about Snart, bud. When
Yeah,
have they
where
ever put
is
Snart
Snart?
in a live action?
Snart isn't even a good character.
Snart's the best character.
is
Shut
cool.
up.
He-
Every character that
cold.
you like, Jackson, I hate.
Well, you know what? I like Camden as a character,
Oh,
so you
no.
must hate Camden.
Oh, no.
Hey, what's
High
the
five.
first name of Mr. Snart? Because I would just want to hear Danan say it.
Thought it was Leonard, wasn't it?
Oh, it's Leonard.
It is.
I love it. Oh, I just wanted to hear you say
Leonard.
the word Leonard.
Why?
Leonard Snart. Ron Livingston to replace Billy Crudup as Henry Allen in the upcoming Flash film.
That's not cool.
Now remember, we talked about this last week. We were like, we don't know who's going to do it. Well, now we know. Sorry, Jackson. And again, this is the Flash's dad, not the Flash himself.
I can't believe they're replacing the
Why
Flash.
would they replace Ezra Miller? He was great in the Snyder Cut. And who even is this Ron Livingston guy?
Michael Keaton says the COVID situation in the UK will determine whether his Batman returns in the Flash movie or not.
Why
I
would
think I'm
he
missing
return?
some vital information here.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, remember, we covered this last year, so this is a while ago, when they had that big DC event, the DC Fandom, our first episode of Season 2, so a while back, we covered how the Flash's new movie would take up a lot of things from Flashpoint and bring in a lot of characters. And since we first found out that little detail, more and more we've been like, this is coming very cluttered, because now there's a Supergirl in it. Now there might be multiple Batman in it. Now there might be Brandon Routh in it. But Michael Keaton's Batman was in the concept art that they released. They're like, yeah, we're bringing back this Batman. But now he's like, maybe not.
I think they should bring him back because I think his name is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Keaton. It's like a good name, you know.
Camden, what is wrong with you?
Come again?
There's nothing wrong with him, Dan, and I think the problem lies within you.
If you're blaming others for all of your problems, Danan, typically the problem resides within your own soul.
Damn, that was some philosophical shit.
That's some fortune
Thank you.
cookie shit.
Don't you dare. I am no fortune cookie. I am the fortune cake.
That's the worst
Wow.
joke of the episode.
It wasn't a joke. He just turned into a cake.
If you
Yeah.
cut me in half, you'd find cake and then a message inside.
If you cut me down, I shall become more tastier than you could
Except
possibly
my
imagine.
paper inside is laminated.
Oh, wow.
It's laminated?
Wow,
It's laminated.
That's some expensive.
That's an expensive fortune cake.
Zack Snyder reveals that he pitched an Atom movie with Ryan Choi to Warner Brothers, with Zheng Kai reprising his role as Ryan Choi.
That's pretty dope.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty dope.
Pretty cool.
But he pitched it.
It didn't happen.
But that's
It didn't
just
happen.
baseball.
He did, in fact, throw a baseball at Warner Brothers.
Camden, we've set up an exact system of how everything works. Jackson gets to be very literal with the news. I will not fucking stand for 2 goddamn Jacksons on this show.
We will.
Wait,
Spoilers
Danan,
alert.
you're not even standing. You're sitting
Oh
down.
my God,
John
Jackson!
Spoilers alert for Justice League, the Snyder Cut League. On this next news bitty, Zack Snyder confirms Lois Lane is indeed pregnant in the Snyder Cut.
Who could have guessed?
Who could
name
have
me
guessed
one
that she would be
person?
pregnant?
Gandhi.
Name me one person.
Gandhi.
I could name 3 people right now.
Okay, go.
Definitely Gandhi. I'm gonna have to agree with Danan on that one. I think Michael Keaton probably knew because he has a cool name. And I think Lady Gaga was the other one. She's a big Snyder Cut fan.
Oh, Gaga would go Gaga over this.
Shut up, Danan. So stupid.
I feel like that scene, though, because the shot of the pregnancy test was like 30 seconds long before they went on.
It kind of gave it away.
You're like,
I mean,
okay, they're not showing us this without, like, it paying off, right? But, whatever. Oh, you're going to love this, you two. With the incredible success of Zack Snyder's Justice League, Warner Brothers CEO states, with that comes the completion of Zack Snyder's trilogy. Zack Snyder also confirms that there's currently no sequels for Justice League set at this point, but he would love to come back if there is enough support for everything. And there has been over 1.5 million tweets that says restore the Snyderverse so far as of last week, which is now overdone Endgame's amount of tweets in 1 week.
yeah, they would be really stupid not to continue with Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
I agree, because they could go so many different directions with this movie that if they didn't, I would probably walk up to their doorstep and kick them in the balls.
All of them?
Jackson, you can't do that. What if they don't
I mean,
have
legally
balls?
not, but like I would be under the radar. Like they would never know. it was
They'd have
me.
posters up there that says, watch out, he will kick your balls.
Yeah, they're gonna be like wanted posters. We don't know what this man looks like.
I feel like
or who he
it's
is.
going to take them like 2 more movies to go, why don't people like what we're putting out as much?
I think they're going to put out the Flash movie, and it's only going to be good because of Ezra Miller. But it's going to be like bad regardless. And then they're going to go, we probably could have done that so much better if we had the other guy here.
What was his name again? Ryder? Flack
Snart?
Ryder? Flack
Snart.
Snart. Leonard Snart. Get that
Leonard
man in the
Snart.
director's seat.
Zack Snyder's Justice is Grey, a black and white version of his film, is now available on HBO Max.
That is so stupid.
Wow, I can't wait to rewatch the entire movie, but this time without color.
This time, without something that truly makes movies look beautiful, you know?
I can't wait to sit there for 4 hours just to watch the same thing, but not have as much fun.
Yep.
Exactly.
All the effects
to
are gonna
really
look
immerse
good.
myself in those like 1980s films.
80s.
80s, buddy. Buddy, you're going to have to send that a lot lower.
1920s.
That's all right.
Barely had film at that point, but yeah.
1930s.
Oh, yeah?
Perfect.
I don't believe you, Danan. When my keyboard's not working. There it is.
When was color
When
film?
was-
When was
Film.
color made? When was color first
When was
invented?
film invented? 1895.
1935.
Wait, what?
Wow, I was way off. Why was I thinking 1980?
I
What
don't
came out in
know.
1980?
1980 is like when Back to the Future and those movies came
That's
out.
like the thing we're living in now, right?
Oh,
1984.
true.
Yeah.
No,
Big
you're right.
Brother's watching.
They're watching because
Because
banned
who wouldn't
from
want to
Twitter.
watch Roomies Talking Movies? This is a great time to plug in all of our social medias. Camden, what's the Twitter?
At Roomies Movies.
And Jackson, Instagram?
Roomies.talkin.movies.
No, it's not. Did you change
Is it not?
I don't think that
I don't think I did. I
dots.
just thought
There would never be.
no, it's just Roomies Talking Movies.
Well, you know
There's
what?
no
We're
dots.
gonna make like a private Instagram account. That's roomies.talking.movies.
Yeah, it's gonna be our like private Instagram where
We're
like
just gonna
we
vent,
post on our story. We're like
Had a rough day today.
not feeling good. Don't hit me up.
Only the real ones would understand.
And if you're lucky, you'll get on our close friends story.
Or it's just more complaining.
It's just a lot more complaining, but about each other though. New posters of James Gunn's The Suicide Squad have been released, as well as a new trailer. ...
That was a segue into this next segment.
Mm-hmm.
There was a trailer.
There was a trailer.
And it showed John Cena
No, it didn't.
with a hat on.
I don't know who
Danan,
John Cena is.
don't be funny
I've never
right now.
seen him in my life.
Yeah. He told me I
This
can't
is
see
serious.
him, and so I've listened to his request.
Okay, but hear me out. King Shark, guys.
Oh, you want to know something great about that? I'll give you both one guess. Who do you think's voicing King Shark?
John Cena.
No.
Real life shark.
No. It's Sylvester Stallone. He's voicing King Shark.
It's Sylvester Stallone.
Gotta be.
No, it is.
That's surprising.
It is. It's not a
Oh, it
guess.
is?
Yeah, it's confirmed to be him.
Who's Sylvester Stallone?
Rambo. Rocky.
Oh, thanks.
Rocky.
The bad guy in Spy Kids 3.
Hey, I'm walking.
I'm
here.
Rocky
That
here.
guy.
Hey,
I'm Rocky.
But this
on.
movie looks fun. It looks vibrant. It looks exciting. It looks violent.
It looks like the characters are disposable
Yes.
and can die.
I'm pretty sure Captain Boomerang's going to die in this one.
I sure hope so.
Please kill
He's
him.
useless.
Kill him dead.
I think because we see a lot of Idris Elba's character, John Cena's, Joel Kinnaman's, Harley Quinn, all that. Those are safe. King Shark's probably safe. I think that group with like Captain Boomerang, the Javelin guy, not Mickey Rourke, the dude who played Yondu's guy. I just forgot his name.
The literal rat.
Yeah, the actual rat. I'm pretty sure they're all gonna die.
Oh yeah. Danan, can you predict how they die right now?
A bomb blows up.
Bomb blows up in their head, probably. if I had to
Probably.
guess.
No. But like, besides that,
Oh, I think one of them is gonna make a heroic sacrifice. And everyone's gonna go, oh, because they weren't really the Suicide Squad at all, huh? And then I think we're gonna get one where they trip, they fall on a landmine, and as they blow up, their head blows up separately. We get one who gets their shoelace caught in a door, and so Amanda Waller goes up, no witnesses, and just blows their head up.
Oh, that's a good one.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Did you write this movie too?
I did. In fact, after the huge success I had with Zack Snyder's Justice League, I'm taking a crack at the Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Did you know if you rearrange the letters in Zack Snyder, you get Danan Pacheco?
Don't do it though.
Don't try it, but I promise it's true.
We also have a second trailer that came out, the final Kong vs. Godzilla trailer. Pretty much everything we've seen before, except
Mecha Godzilla.
Mecha.
It's Godzilla, but metal.
Yeah.
Not sure how that makes sense, but
It's not even a spoiler at this point because they put it in a gosh dang trailer. But I was curious to see what would be the driving force that stops Kong and Godzilla from fighting, because clearly they're not going to be fighting the whole time as much as everyone would like that.
I would like them to, if I'm being completely honest.
I hope
with
it's
you.
4 hours of them just fighting.
No, it's not, because now we got Mecha Godzilla.
Well, what if Mecha Godzilla is just Godzilla, but in a suit of armor?
Oh, like an Iron Man situation.
Exactly.
Does he also get stuck in a cave and then has to build a
Yeah,
suit?
terrorists shoot a missile at him. They're like, Godzilla, we need you to build us this
Poor
missile.
Godzilla.
Yeah, and he comes back, and now he's an Avenger. Didn't mean to spoil Kong vs. Godzilla for you, but we just did. All right, now it's time to talk about what we all came here for. Batman vs. Superman.
What a good movie.
No?
So we just jumping right in? What are we doing?
A little bit of a recap. Superman blew up Metropolis in Man of Steel. No debate. He killed so many people, whether it was on accident or not.
Yeah, he did. He really did. But he's a hero.
But we also get the cool shot of Bruce Wayne being there the whole time, which kind of builds a totally believable hate towards Superman.
I like that scene.
It was super great.
That was a good scene.
You're like, oh my God, the whole movie's going to be good. No. And then we go forward.
Like that, no.
No, it drops in quality pretty quickly. Afterwards, we get a little more build-up. We get introduced to Lex Luthor, and he's like, you know what? I want to kill Superman. He plays a little cat and mouse with Superman and Batman, tricks them to fighting each other, then creates a troll from Lord of the Rings to kill Superman, and then the movie ends.
Because he kills Superman.
He kills Superman. That's the beginning of Zack Snyder's Justice League. And also what happened in the 90s. So, now we know.
This movie came out in the 90s?
No, that's just when it happened in the comics.
I don't remember it.
You weren't born.
Jackson, do you remember seeing this in the 90s?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was alive and well back then, so...
It's the dyslexia.
Remember it like it was yesterday.
You look good for 35.
Shut up, man. Don't say my age on camera.
I was talking about Jackson's. You're the youngest one here.
Camden, you're literally 2. What the
You're an actual baby?
Goo gaga bitch. Camden is actual baby confirmed? Not clickbait?
Now, I'll say that the intro of this movie did a really good job setting up, like, the costs of being Superman. Like, Metropolis blew up, and, like, Superman had to...
Imagine how much money he has to pay in, like, insurance for that. It's like when you get in a car accident, and then you have to, like, your insurance has to pay for them. Like, do you think he has, like, Superman insurance?
Oh, yeah.
She has government insurance. The government pays for everything.
How do they pay to bring
And
the
they
dead
even put up
people
a
back?
statue of him. They're like, hey, you cost trillions of dollars in
You've
damage.
killed thousands
Here's a
of
statue.
people. Here's a statue.
To be fair, I feel like he probably saved more than he killed.
I don't know.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. He did save the entire planet, but he did also blow up a whole city. So you win some, you lose some.
A lot of buildings were you know.
Yeah. I do like how this
Henry
movie
Cavill.
gives us an actual timeline as opposed to Zack Snyder's Justice League. It gives us a flat out 18 months, and you're like, okay, so that's over a year.
Now I know where we are. Yeah.
But we find out that Batman, Bruce Wayne's a little on edge. We don't get told why, but like the Wayne Manor is burnt to the ground. He lives at a lake house. He's an alcoholic. Uses guns.
So many guns.
Not on his utility belt.
Okay.
Never brings one to fight.
Question.
Yes, what's the question?
Are you talking about the nightmare sequence?
No, I'm talking about every other
Because I think
scene.
that's the only time he actually uses
Not
the
true,
guns.
Jackson.
When
Bring
else
up
did he
sometimes
use the guns?
Batman
Jackson
uses
watched the
stuff.
wrong movie.
Let's get the counter on the board. You ready, Camden?
Yep.
Okay, first thing Batman uses for a gun, he uses a 50 caliber sniper rifle to shoot a tracker onto that semi-truck, which he then uses a Batmobile. No,
he's
I'm not done yet. I'm not
shooting
done yet,
someone.
Jackson. I'll tell
That's
you
like a
every time that
gadget.
Batman uses a fucking gun in this movie, and then afterwards you can have your rebuttal. Batman then
You
uses
can't have that count. Okay, what does he use as a gun? When does he use a gun to kill
Okay,
someone?
let's do that then. Let's take out the 50 caliber
Besides
tracker.
the nightmare sequence.
And the nightmare sequence, let's take that out. Batman uses the Batmobile and kills over 30 people in the one scene just to get the kryptonite where he doesn't even get it. Later down the line, when we have the warehouse scene, Batman then uses multiple guns, not his own, to shoot the people that he was fighting against.
Bing.
In the very beginning, he uses the gun when he's fighting those two goons as a way to stop both of them, before he then follows by branding them.
Bing.
And then afterwards, let's also talk about the fact that he used a gun, grenade launcher, whatever, still a gun, against Superman, and then later Doomsday.
Bing. 5.
Okay, the only one that I will accept is the car gun. That's the only one.
Those are the
lot
only
of
times that
people,
you'll
though.
count when he blew up 30 people?
Yeah,
Hey,
but like,
Superman, you can't go killing people, but I can.
I don't know. I'm gonna overlook it.
I'm
You guys
gonna
are too
overlook it,
strict
he
on, like,
says.
the character needs to be the exact character they were in the
It's
comics.
fucking Batman!
But it's like a big thing about him, though. Like, it's like his whole spiel.
He's got two things. He takes any orphan that will let him, and he doesn't kill.
If he decided that he was gonna start killing people, he would be so much like more effective. But the whole like reason he's like kind of like held back is because he has like a moral code.
And that's why it's like, oh man, if Superman can kill whoever, what's the moral code in this universe?
Yeah.
The answer, none.
Guess not. Thanks, Zach.
Hi. You guys are just funny. It's funny, silly.
I'm sorry that there wasn't any brunch jokes in this movie, Jackson, but people freaking died because of Batman in this movie.
Yeah, and they deserved it.
Did they?
Oh my god. You think all of those guys were like handlebar mustache twirling evil?
Okay, well, look. You know that one scene where he's fighting everyone and he doesn't kill anyone?
He does.
When?
Okay, let's talk about the time when he stabs a guy in the shoulder, spins him around while
that's not
holding the
killing
machine
him.
gun, and shoots 3 people. And then later when he slings a box into some dude's head, and there's a visible
that was
blood
awesome.
splatter on the roof, meaning he shattered the guy's skull. Jackson, I'm not debating if this is awesome or not. I think this is the best Batman action sequence we've ever had on screen. I'm saying that Batman shouldn't use guns or kill. But they established that this is a Batman pushed to the edge, which I'm fine with. But the thing I don't get is if he's already pushed to the edge, why doesn't he go into fights with a gun, knowing he's going to use it eventually?
Because then they'd piss off people like you even more.
Oh my god, Jackson.
But if they just established it, why couldn't they just roll with it? You know what I mean? Why did they still kind of like hold back a little bit, you know? Like if he's using guns, he should just be using guns.
Just give us you're like, oh, this isn't Batman. And you're like, oh, that's the point.
Yep.
But it's just like, oh, cool, he's Batman. He uses batarangs. Oh, he's branding people. That's odd. Oh, but he's got the Batmobile. Oh, it's got a machine gun on it. Gotcha. And those are my takeaways on Batman. You're angry? What are you angry about, Jackson, huh?
I'm not... Okay, it's just... Look, I thought this movie was good. Like, on the second rewatch, I was like, wow, there isn't really anything as terrible about this movie that, like, I've been hearing from people. I understand that the, like, kind of resolution between the fight was a bit anticlimactic, but I could understand kind of a lot more of like where Batman was coming from when like hearing the word Martha.
Oh, we're just jumping straight to the Batman
We're
versus
just jumping
Superman
straight
fight?
into it. Okay, here's my take.
Okay, what's your take from the Superman and Batman fight?
I know that everyone thinks that like when he says Martha, it's like, oh, it's so dumb that like his mom's name resonates. But like you have to think like he was giving the word Martha with no context. He just said Martha, and he wants to figure out why Superman's saying that name because he doesn't know that Superman's name is Martha. So it gets
Superman's
him
name is Martha?
Or Superman's mom's name is Martha.
I'm Martha, man.
So it gets him thinking for a second, thinking enough to where he like wants answers. Then Lois shows up, right? Just like it's his mom's name. And you can see him like step back and he's like shocked because here's what I think was going through his head. He's like, wow, this guy's actually human. Batman, I think that when he had the nightmare, he was thinking that, oh crap, there's no ounce of humanity in Superman. He needs to be killed or else like everything bad's going to happen. And that's what's going through his head this entire time. But I think that moment is kind of a turning point where he's like, oh wait, maybe I'm going about this all wrong. Maybe Alfred was right, you know? Maybe he's not the bad guy. So I mean, I analyze it from like what the characters were thinking instead of what was like strictly said. And that's kind of what I gauged.
Okay.
But that
is just you. I want to just say that like a movie shouldn't have to make you think that hard about what the characters are thinking because a good movie will lay it out on the table without shoving it in your face. This felt so convoluted while also being forced upon us at the same time, if that makes sense. That it was.
We're just talking about Batman versus Superman fight right now, right? Or you talk about the whole movie as a whole?
I'm talking about that scene in particular.
Okay, the thing, like, and it's all about, like, the way they could have delivered it also. Because I'm fine if Martha was the reason they stopped fighting, but maybe he, like, takes a step back and does, like, a quiet, like, why'd you say that name? Rather than, where did you say my mother's name? Because I'm the only one who could have Martha as my mom.
There's no way
I'm like,
anyone else could be
holy,
named Martha.
there's no way Batman, the world's greatest detective, quote unquote, supposedly in this universe, for all I know, his deduction reasoning is, this man might have been killed with a gun. How do you know that, Batman? Oh, I carry 2 with me at all times. I know what the bullet wounds look like. I just think that the setup of everything could have been solved in a very, very brief conversation. And you know, here, I'm going to do this before we continue talking about the Batman versus Superman fight. This is how they could have done this. I know it would have made the movie boring, but he could have set all that stuff up Superman immediately just super speed grabs Batman, flies him into the sky, and says, okay, they've kidnapped my mother. I need it to make it look like we're fighting right now, and I need you to save my mom, and I'll go take care of Luthor. Got it? He's like, what do you mean, your mom? Shut up, Batman, or I will kill you right now. Got it? You need to help me do this thing, otherwise a lot of people will die. Oh, okay. You clearly aren't evil because you're telling me not to do this. And then they just save the day. We didn't need to waste 10 minutes of them fighting in an empty apartment.
I don't think the movie was as bad as, like, it was when I first watched it, just because I think the Snyder Cut was, like, really good and, like, actually made me enjoy the characters more.
Oh, I enjoyed this movie so much more.
Yeah, but it's still not a good movie.
It's not good. It's not the worst DC movie anymore. Like, I hated this movie with a
What do
burning
you think
passion
is...
just because of, like, a Suicide Squad. Easily.
Oh, well, yeah. I didn't really think that one counts, because aren't they kind of, like, retconning?
Not even Harley Quinn?
No. Yeah, I mean, possibly. I don't know at this point.
I thought Harley Quinn was better than Suicide Squad.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, that's how Zack Snyder's Justice League did such a good job rewriting everything into fitting his storyline that it made Batman vs. Superman much better.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't make the movie great. It's time to bring up another fan favorite of this movie. Let's talk about Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. Not good.
No.
At all.
His plan? I thought the plan was
No,
very
it was a good
smart.
plan.
I thought, like, the whole, like...
Very Lex Luthor-ish.
Not plot of the movie, but, like, the setup for the final Superman versus Batman was very, like, well thought out.
Oh, for sure. Great planning. The
But the
execution...
character itself.
I think Jesse Eisenberg would have done a fantastic job if instead of making him Lex Luthor, they just made him the Riddler. Because then you go, oh my God, he's setting everything up to make it like a moral, like a question. Maybe that's the riddle. But he sets up everything and is so awkward and weird and Looney Tunes-esque that you're like, there's no way this is Lex Luthor.
Is that also, like, the only character that he, like, plays? Like that only character type that he plays? I feel like it is.
You know, because he plays different types of people. And you see it in this movie. He had, like, the weird, like, restaurant thing that they had where he was giving a speech.
Yeah.
Any sane person at that gala would go, this man is not fit to be running this company.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And, like, isn't Lex Luthor supposed to be, like, a super genius, like, really smart dude, like, knows what he's doing? And it seemed like Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor was just, like, a dude with daddy issues.
This seemed like a big case of, like, and I know you guys might not like this word, like Jokeritis. Like, Joker's depicted as a man who always has a plan and is crazy, but is exactly, like, sane in every situation. But then in his characterization within the Joker film, everything just kind of happens and he reacts.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor is so smart, he has a plan for everything. But in this movie, he's depicted as someone who's not only, like, mentally incapable of finishing a thought, but also so weighed down by his own, like, personal issues that there's no feasible way he could take on Superman or Batman, let alone both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think any of us
He's still the worst part. Yeah, he's the worst part of the movie. I think the movie as a whole
I would agree with that.
is so enjoyable, like a lot more enjoyable because of the film that we just watched. I no longer hate the movie. I just hate the choices a lot of the movie has.
Yeah.
And another thing that came up that was like a big complaint when the first movie came out that I still don't like. Superman has like 15 lines in this movie.
Yeah, he doesn't really talk much.
Yeah, you know, I've noticed that. His Superman doesn't seem very, like, interesting. He just seems like, I don't know, very linear. Like, wow, I'm a big fan of justice and beating guys up, and then that's it.
Well, they had such an interesting premise where they're like, what would a world today think about a person who can do anything and solve any problem? And then they had like those scenes where they were like news channels talking about it, but then they quickly overdid it and overhanded it and kept doing it as an introduction for every scene. And like, I don't care what anyone thinks at this point.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess, like, I might just be reading into this movie too much, but I think they do that a lot because they want to just show how much of, like, an issue, not like an issue, but, like, how much Superman is, like, contemplating what they're saying. Because, like, every time they show that, they just show, like, Superman watching it and being like, this isn't who I want to be. I don't want to be, like, someone who's looked down upon by everyone because I'm like not following the rules. So it's like a moral dilemma for him. That's the other thing is that I wanted to kind of compliment on this movie is they give Superman and Batman moral dilemmas of their own. Like they're kind of the same in a way, because I remember them using the phrase like judge, jury, and executioner for both Superman and Batman. Because Batman with the branding, Superman with the like deciding who he wants to save.
Yeah.
Which lives matter.
No, it was really good.
So
I don't like the senator angle of this movie. The senator was a great character, but like she's like, no, Lex Luthor, you're clearly insane. I'm not gonna promote anything you do. You could, and he's like, oh, you don't believe me? And then she says this weird line where she's like, you could piss in a jar and call it Granny Smith's tea. I still won't drink it. And then they have that in the court scene. I'm like, what?
I thought that was so funny.
Really?
Yeah, because like
I saw that and I was like, I want this movie to end. Superman and Batman haven't even met yet, and I don't want to watch this anymore.
Dude, she just like starts shaking because she turns
the glass around and it says that.
The glass around it says Granny Smith's. Oh my
god. And her deduction of like, oh god, there's piss on my desk. There's a bomb in the courtroom. Like she knew what was going to happen with no like development at all. She just goes, oh, I guess something's gonna blow up. And I don't get, because Superman's like, I couldn't see it, but he looked directly where it was happening before it blew up.
Well, no, it's because
it was lead.
Covered in lead. Yeah. Well, he said it was covered in lead. Superman can't see through lead.
No, Superman like canonly
I know.
does not see through lead.
I know, but
the thing I don't get is like
why? Like what special properties about lead makes it so he can't see through it? Like I'd understand if it was like bedrock or something from Minecraft, but even like obsidian,
diamond, he can't see through.
No, but like they always use lead as like a big thing in like superhero movies, but I don't know like what's so special about lead. Jackson, you're a bio.
I don't know.
Well, see.
Oh wait, no, I actually know why.
I could tell you.
I actually know why. That's what they do. They give lead blankets and everything whenever they have to do X-rays, because it stops the radioactiveness of X-rays. Superman has X-ray vision, and from that, he can't see through it because X-rays are pretty much taking pictures of it.
Okay, thank you for the explanation. That makes sense.
Sure.
What do you mean, sure, Jackson?
That made perfect sense.
I mean, if I were Superman, I'd just
if I were Superman, I just have better eyes.
But like honestly though, like Superman probably doesn't use X-ray technology when he uses his X-ray vision. It's probably not
Explain
X-rays.
that, liberals.
Exactly.
Let's talk about the fact that Batman took the information from Luthor, got the Rock of Kryptonite. Wonder Woman, who's also in this movie, she took the file too, and then just gave it back to Batman. Batman's like, you know what? Here, I'll send you everything that was on the file, including all these nifty little logos for all the superheroes in the next movie.
I thought that was the dumbest thing ever. Like, I get that they're trying to set up for Justice League, but you don't have to make it. You could make it more subtle.
Here are their logos.
Oh yeah, here's the Flash, Cyborg, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman all in one file with their logos. Like, okay, I swear Cyborg was probably just a thing for like a week, right? Like he was super recent in the Justice League movie. Like,
or was he just
created,
like pulled up
the
entire time?
I think I'd assume, because we don't have any timeline for that movie, I'd assume that his thing was recent, but he's like a stowaway since Superman's death. Like, I think he became Cyborg, Superman died, and then yada yada and everything else.
Yeah.
I feel like...
But like, okay, not Ezra Miller, but the Flash and Cyborg are new. Why do they have logos?
I was just about to say, I feel like that scene would be 1,000 times just better if they just didn't have logos. Like, it says MetaHuman, she clicks on it, and it's 4 files. Mm-hmm. And she clicks through one, and it's like, oh, it's Wonder Woman. Click through the next, oh, that's... Like, the audience is going, okay, there's the Flash.
Yeah.
But seeing that Luthor's people already created logos and everything, like, their costumes are going to look dope as shit when they join LexCorp.
I mean, they gotta have a planning department, you know?
Anywho, Lex Luthor steals General Zod's body very easily, by the way. Mm-hmm. Just... ship it to my place. I'll take care of it. Okay, let's not explore that route at all. Here we go. He gets Zod's body.
Well, no, Dan, you have to understand that he fed the guy
a Jolly Rancher,
a cherry flavored Jolly Rancher,
With his hand. He pushed it into his mouth.
With his hand, yeah. Put it in his mouth. And that's honestly the key to any like conversation where you're like trying to get something out of someone. You give them a Jolly Rancher and they're like,
"Here, it's sweet." Yeah.
You give him a cherry Jolly Rancher.
And then afterwards, he gets Zod's body, knows nothing about Kryptonian anything, and goes, this must be where they make the babies, huh? Pushes General Zod's body in there, and he goes, let me just add my blood in there for no reason. I'm sure it will just make it a giant gray monster with no genitalia at all, which it does. And then it says, hey, Lex Luthor, we have information about everything. Do you want to know that? And he's like, oh my God, I just wanted to know everything. Yeah, tell me.
The other thing I don't understand is how that somehow led him to getting both Superman's real identity and Batman's real identity.
I don't think the ship knew that. I think that was just supposed to be because Lex Luthor's smart, but he does nothing in this movie to provide, that's how he knows Bruce Wayne's Batman.
I just assumed that like General Zod's ship had some sort of file on Superman and was like, oh yeah, he's living on Earth under the alias Clark Kent.
I feel like Lex Luthor was at a bar, had a picture of Clark Kent, erased the glasses, and goes, son of a bitch, that's Superman.
Seriously?
Yeah.
He was at my office. I could have killed him. And then we get Doomsday, one of Superman's most famous villains in all the comic books, and he looks terrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
You thought I thought he looked cool after he grew spikes.
He looked better.
I thought the initial where he's kind of
good,
lumpy.
Yeah, he looked more like Doomsday, but he didn't look enough like Doomsday to excuse the fact that he came out all slimy and gray.
I love gray.
I guess. I mean, I understood what they wanted to achieve with him, so.
And I don't know if Doomsday can do this in the comics, but I was a little thrown off when he just shot a laser out of his whole face. Not like his eyes, just his whole face.
He's like Superman, but more.
But also 20 feet tall. Doomsday is huge, and his size is so inconsistent in the final fight, because he's either like Superman is the size of his hand, or his shin is the size of Wonder Woman. Because Wonder Woman hits him at one point.
I mean,
and
he might just have big hands.
that's the thing hands. Of Doomsday.
Like, hey, got hands.
Can I give some food for thought real quick?
Starving,
food for thought. Please. Go ahead, feed me.
If Wonder Woman never cut off his arm, Superman wouldn't have had to die.
Stupid Wonder Woman.
Because when she cut off his arm, he grew the spike on his arm that killed Superman.
The thing
you might be onto something here.
No, 1,000%. Wonder Woman killed Superman. The thing I don't get
100%.
is there's nothing additional to Doomsday's DNA besides human blood. But the kryptonite spear, like, Superman got near it and he passed out. But when he stabbed it, the monster had enough time to go, oh, I'm dying, and then stab Superman, and then they both die.
And the other thing is, you know how Superman, like, sacrificed himself by like, thrusting the spear in more? He was already inside.
He pushed him out.
Why did he have to thrust it through? Wouldn't it be more effective? Wouldn't the, like, kryptonite be more effective inside the body of Doomsday than
because the further away it is,
Doomsday?
The more he probably heals, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't thinking.
Well, I mean, it worked.
How do you like this movie, Jackson?
But look. Here's my redeeming qualities. I thought the setup was great. I thought like the whole, because when I first watched that like desert scene, I was like, why is this even a thing? Then I'm like, oh wait, this is a setup, and then it's a setup on multiple layers, and I thought that was great. I thought the fight scenes were great, especially the Batman one. Because I mean, come on. Hitting the dude into a wall with a fucking wooden crate. If that's not the sickest thing you've ever seen?
Oh, I was vomiting.
Like, I was like,
that was so sick.
I know. I was like,
I've ever seen was Ezra Miller's Flash scene when he went and broke space and time. But you know, kicking a wooden crate into someone's head is pretty cool too, Jackson.
No, he didn't kick it. He pulled the grappling hook.
Sorry. You know what? Sorry, Jackson. Sorry, I didn't remember the crate scene properly.
Come on, it was pretty awesome.
All right,
I'm not gonna lie.
Final ratings. I'm giving this movie a 6 out of 10. It was better than when I first watched.
I'm gonna have to agree with you, Danan. Yeah, because I was like, maybe I'll give it a 7.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
I was like 7. And I was like, that's way too.
Yeah,
high.
when I was rewatching, I was like, this movie is way better than I remember it. Because when I first watched it, I was like, this is a 2 out of 10. This movie sucks.
Well, think of how little backstory we had.
But then you have to say, like, is this movie
it,
any better because of a different movie doing more heavy lifting? Because you're thinking, like...
No, it's not. Like, it's the same movie. Yeah. It just seems better because
we know where it's going
more explanation. Now. Yeah.
As opposed to, well, that kind of was random. That was a random movie for 3 hours.
So I don't think we should really give this movie alone that rating. This movie alone probably gets like a 4.
No, I'd still...
This movie coinciding with the Snyder Cut gets about a 6.
Yeah, okay. I can get that. But I'm glad, Jackson, that you didn't give it like an 8 or a 9. I'm glad that you're still a human being and you have thoughts and everything.
Well, no, okay, look, just because I like think a movie is good doesn't mean like I think everything about a movie is good. Dick Camden wants to kill me.
Yeah, because of your opinion.
Because it's 10 p.m. and he has to go night-night. It's bedtime.
I do have to go night-night.
All right. Well, thank you again for joining us on our latest episode of Roomies Talking Movies. You know, we'll be back next week to cover Kong vs. Godzilla, baby. Which we now know will be fighting Godzilla, Mecha Godzilla. And for all we know, Lex Luthor's behind this one, too.
He is, actually.
We'll see how that movie goes next week. Godzilla. And then afterwards, bit of a shock. For the rest of this season, we're going to be doing it bi-weekly just because there's not as much movie news coming out and we're kind of getting towards midterms final season. We got to have a little classwork time to, finish our grade. My grades have been failing because of this podcast, but, that's just on my end.
Yeah, I have Fs in all of my classes, actually.
F for films.
Pretty bad.
We're having fun here.
That's what it means,
Now,
right?
don't forget, we got ourselves a new YouTube channel. Go watch it. Go rewatch it, everything. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your accountant, tell your lawyers. And one more time.
Tell your dog.
Go ahead and plug our social medias real quick.
Oh, Twitter, @Roomies Movies.
And Instagram, Roomies Talkin Movies.
You've been great as always. We will see you all next week.
Bye.
Take care.
Take care. Say take care, Camden.
Oh, take care.
Yes.